the chairman of this institution, Thiru Raja Shanmugam, founder chairperson, Mr. Shaktivel, Mr. Tangaraj, Mr. Vasu, executive members on the dais, dignitaries of the dais, principal and the faculty members, friends from the media, and my dear young friends. I am very happy to be here with you today for this 12th graduation day and share some of my reflections and experiences with you. The word fashion comes from the French word which means glamour, costume and style. Fashion simply means expression of style in clothing. It has been found out that human beings would have worn clothes around 104,000 years ago. The archaeologists and the people who work with the genes have found out that the human body lice would have existed 104,000 years ago by testing the DNA. So they have said that body lice could not exist without human body, and body lice would not have existed without human clothing. Therefore, the body lice would have originated when the clothing has originated, and so they have said that clothing would have originated by 104,000 years ago. They have also found out that 30,000 years ago, they have found out the needles with human skeleton and also with ivory, from which they concluded that a form of stitching would have prevailed only 30,000 years ago. Before that, they might have worn it by draping it around their body. They have also found out that human beings initially were using only fur as the clothing material, initially to protect from cold weather, not in the warm weather, but in the cold weather. You certainly require the clothing to keep you warm and fresh and protect you from ice, snow and vagaries of weather. Fashion need not be in dress because it includes various other things. For example, in architecture you have a fashion. You would have found out that in the 10th century AD, most of the buildings which were constructed in India, they had a peculiar stone being used. You will find out that the Khajuraho temples used by the Sandala dynasty, or the Pallavas who built the Kailashanatha temple, they had, all of them had their architecture out of sandstone. And you would have found out that the models of construction were copied from Kailashanatha temple to Pattadakkal and from there to Ajanta. Not only in architecture, it can be in body formation like costumes, clothing. Then it is also in dances, it is also in etiquettes, it is also in entertainment. So fashion includes any type of design which is being followed in architecture, clothing, costumes, dance, entertainment and etiquettes. At one point of time, they have found out that a particular color was reserved only for some people. In Rome, the senators alone were permitted to use the Tyrian purple. No other person can use the purple. It was restricted to the senators. In China, the emperor alone can wear the yellow dress. No other person can wear yellow robes. In Kerala, only the upper class people can wear the garment covering the upper part of their body. It was also there in some places like Jews, where a particular type of design can be worn only by particular persons. For example, a girl who has not attained the marriageable age can have only one braid of hair. The moment she comes to marriageable age, she can have 2 braids of hair to indicate that she is ready for marriage. And after marriage, she will again go back to 1 braid of hairstyle. And sindoor is something which is practiced in India. A girl who is not married is not allowed to wear the sindoor where the hair parts. When she gets married, she can wear the sindoor, and after widowhood, she has to renounce vermilion. So fashion has been a part of the culture, though it varies from time to time. The first person who made fashion as a great technique was Charles Frederick Worth in 1858, and he was the first person to design it as a science. And later, a lot of fashion magazines came into existence, and the first popular magazine was La Gazette du John Bon. And Vogue was again a popular fashion magazines, and 1980s you had fashion televisions also. So fashion has become a part of our culture, and you are going to propagate fashion. The importance of fashion today lies in making your appearance nice, and also to make you fit so that in a place you are able to vibe with energy. It is not only to cover the body, which was done 3,000, 4,000 years ago. In fact, you would be surprised to know that most of the garments worn by gentlemen in 17th century were designed after the military style. One of the reasons why the Europeans were able to conquer the whole world was the garments that they used in the army. The garments were very helpful to them in conquering the others. It was helpful to them for the swift movements, and it provided them a lot of comfort so that they can fight in the war field. Today, we are not bothered about the comforts alone, but we are also bothered about the appearance and the color and the fashion and the techniques by which we can make ourselves fit in a particular place. That's why the name, it is unfashionable, has come into existence. Today there is a term called fashionista. Fashionista simply means a person who is addicted to fashion. A person who is slave to fashion is called fashionista, and a person who could dress nicely even with a minimum budget is called recessionista. Even in the recession period, if he is able to dress well, it is called recessionista.